I have nearly conducted more than 13,000 deliveries. Now you see, in these deliveries, of course, I have conducted more than 3,000 sections, 4,000 abortions, 200 eclampsia, more than 30 ectopic pregnancies, then retained placenta, 3 cases of rupture uterus, and 1 case of uterine inversion. Thing to remember is that there was no blood bank since 15 years in Murtizapur. And I remember a patient which had a drug reaction, and she had been given Voveran at night, suppose 10 p.m., and she landed in shock. Now, for that, I had to go all the way to Akola to get the blood on two-wheeler, because I didn't have that facility of four-wheeler and all, and take that sample, and I came back at night 2 o'clock for that patient, and that patient was saved. So you see, in rural area, you have rampant patients of anemia, PIH. Then, of course, not to rule out, you can also encounter HIV patients. One case of uterine inversion was referred to me from a PSC, where the sister had conducted the delivery, and she just told that the placenta has come out, but still there is one placenta. So she she referred that patient to me, and when patient was in the ambulance only, so when I saw that patient, I saw that the uterus was inverted, and I took that patient in the OT and instantly reposited it in the original position. Many emergencies you face on hand at a critical time, nearly hand prolapse, then cord prolapse, then blood transfusion reaction. I also had one patient of blood transfusion reaction. Luckily, she survived. Then I had an interesting patient of abruptio placenta, then pregnancy with fibroids. All many patients. You see, I have also conducted HIV deliveries, and I have been nominated for this. I got a national award for that. Some Sathi organization, we work with that team, and I have received that award for the same. And you see, in these 13,000 deliveries, I have bowled out 4 times. And in that cases, first was a very interesting case of abruptio placenta. At 4 o'clock morning, the patient came with her husband on bike, and she just had 8 months pregnancy, and she was complaining of just spotting. At 6, okay, I saw the FHS a bit on a higher side, patient was febrile, and then I just saw the FHS were around 160, and I just put on an IV line, and then started to monitor. At 6 a.m., patient was in shock. Only after 2 hours, patient was in shock and grossly pale. I just ran to the blood bank for a transfusion and got this FFPs and blood, and just took her in OT, because I was confirmed that she had an abruption inside, and just opened the abdomen, and just at least 2 liters of clot after removing the placenta. Baby was IUD, stillbirth, and as soon as I removed the clot, patient also collapsed. She could not be revived. Then I was very astonished that how come in 2 hours that patient went in shock. Later on, I was known that her husband and she had a quarrel, and her husband hit her on her abdomen, and she landed in abruptio placenta. So, you know, some important cases. And one case, if IUD, a heart disease, she came in OPD with cough, just cough. So she was coughing outside in OPD. So my manager just sent him inside, ki sir, yanna khokla yeta hai, please see. So I just auscultated her, and she was wheezing. So I said her to give nebulization. She went, sat by, outside, and just my sister was about to bring the nebulization, and patient collapsed and died instantly. And she was known case of heart disease, and she was diagnosed with pulmonary embolism. So you face many trouble deliveries, many drastic patients, which you have to manage very well. Now, how did I do this? First of all, I have trained staff. Not that all is ANM or GNMs, but they are quite trained by me since 15 years. They are doing all this. Of this 13,000 deliveries I have conducted, I have attended only maybe around 3,000 deliveries. Otherwise, all the other deliveries were conducted by my staff. And they have a basic training of how to put on an IV line, how to how to primarily treat PPH, then massaging, then methargine, prostaglandin. Yes, you all, everybody know it. Then what all steps to be followed, like when you practice in first and foremost is IV line is compulsory, cross match, basic investigations, and history of the patient's parity, and all. So as you see, in big towns, you have a backup of surgeons, you have backup of anesthetics, you have backup of blood bank, you have a second option. But since I had practiced in Murtijapur since last 15 years, but there I myself have started a blood storage unit, then only blood facility has become available there. Otherwise, there was no, still at present moment, there is no anesthetic locally available. I have to call it from Karanja, Akola or Amravati. And every time, patients come day and night, and every time you face them, you have back of mind that a patient may land in PPH, patient may come in some outward complication, but still it is God's grace that I have come out with good success, and my patients also blessed me so that I can practice more. And you see, nowadays
really
there is
to interrupt, sir, but we are already 1.5 minutes over time now.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I just want to tell that it is not that we practice with utmost care, but it's also some God's grace that's to be needed, and patients' blessings that kept me going and blessed me with such a huge success. Thank you, madam, and thank you, Amravati Amox Society, for giving me such time. And to tell you the last, this is my first presentation in my life. Thank you.